Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about 7 steps to improve your building. As a new player, there's a lot to learn and it can be very difficult to find out where to even start. Hopefully I can show that building can be broken down into a handful of simple building patterns. If you follow these steps, you'll be able to combine these patterns, edit them, and start making creative building plays that make the game a lot more fun. Step 1 is all about setting yourself up to learn the game's building mechanic as fast and efficiently as possible. I think the best place to start is by finding good bindings and enabling sprint by default. Good bindings are really important. You can't build fast if you have to reach all the way to F1 to build a wall, so put your build bindings on easy to reach keys like Q, E, mouse buttons, whatever's comfortable and close. Sprinting by default is also great because it frees up your shift key, but more importantly, it helps you improve your building skill faster.
It's free real estate.
If you start out building without sprinting, you'll get used to that slower building rhythm, and once you've got that muscle memory down, it's very hard to speed up that rhythm. So even though it's a little harder, starting from scratch at full speed is really the best way to beat the learning curve and improve quickly. If you're already comfortable sprinting by holding down shift, enable this feature anyway, and just unbind your shift key. You'll still press it out of habit, but that'll go away with practice. Step 2 is the first building pattern, which is the turtle. Boxing yourself in is a great way to avoid taking damage, and learning this pattern will help with more difficult moves like fast 90-degree turns. If you don't know where you're getting shot from or you're getting spammed with explosives, turtling yourself is your best option. But if you're getting spammed with grenades, your box is going to blow up. So you need to practice re-turtling yourself as fast as possible so you can avoid taking damage from the next grenade. So hop into Playground, run around and start practicing boxing yourself in as fast as you can. If you find yourself placing walls too far away, try looking up or down to place them closer. If you need to build something bigger than a 1x1, stand in the middle of 4 grid tiles, turbo build walls around you, with floors and pyramids above you. In step 3, we're going to learn a more difficult building pattern, which is double reinforced ramps. You'll use a variation of this pattern in almost every build fight, so it's a great thing to learn. By attaching floors and walls to your ramps, you get more protection, more mobility, and more control in build fights. With extra reinforcement, you can ramp push further without being shot down. You also get more surfaces to build off of and more opportunities to surprise your opponents with quick edits. In Playground, practice ramp floor wall and jumping floor wall ramp. If you learn these patterns, you'll find that single reinforced double ramps will seem pretty easy, and double reinforced double ramps will seem more manageable. Step 4 is the 90-degree turn. This is the fastest way to climb higher, and it's one of the most difficult patterns to master. It's a simple circular movement using turbo build. Place a wall at the top of a ramp, turn to the left or right, look down, jump, and place a floor and a ramp. Try to place the floor and ramp so they clip through your player model as you jump. This boosts you higher and lets you start your next turn more quickly. Here's how it works. So this is how high I jump without placing a floor. Now here, my player model is clipping through the floor. Now when I jump, I go a lot higher. Abusing this mechanic is what makes 90-degree turns so important to learn. It might seem difficult, but here's a clip of a new player trying to learn the movement. This player has never played a video game before, and yet they're making good progress, and they almost perfected the movement with another 20 minutes of practice. Step 5 is the 180-degree retake. If you have the low ground in a build fight, this is a good way to climb safely and hopefully retake high ground. Try not to place more than 3 or 4 ramps below you before turning, otherwise you might get shot down. This turn is very similar to the 90-degree turn. You turbo build a wall, just turn a little extra, and once you look down to place your floor and ramp, look up to place more ramps above you. Once you're comfortable with this turn, practice placing a pyramid at the top of your ramp before you turn. This can surprise and block off your opponent, improving your chances of successfully retaking high ground. To make your retakes more precise, go to tilted towers and practice using 90s and 180s to climb to the top of each building. This will make you more familiar with how high each turn takes you, and it'll transfer well to real build battles. If you find yourself getting blocked off during 180 retake attempts, try blocking yourself off with pyramids or floors and then editing through them. The only way to guarantee that you won't get blocked off is to place a pyramid and a floor simultaneously. It's great to practice editing through that, but it's very difficult to make those edits quickly and consistently. In step 6, we'll learn a few supplemental building patterns, starting with using building to fall safely. The fastest way to fall is by turbo building 2 walls and a ramp. Make sure to look down while placing walls so you place them at your feet and not further away. If you start turning away from your ramp, you can skim the edge and fall even faster. You should also learn how to fall by editing through your floor. If you fall more than 3 tiles down, you'll take fall damage, so try to stick to 3 for safety and efficiency. Next is pyramid traps. These are great for getting spike trap kills or taking high ground on someone who ramps above you. Aim at the top of their ramp to block them with a pyramid, then turbo build walls around them to trap them in. The reverse of this is a ramp reinforcement trap. If you double reinforce a ramp while pushing over an enemy, they might phase through your floor. If this happens, quickly turbo build walls around them to trap them inside. Another great way to get trap kills is to wait for enemies to walk on top of your 1x1 and then edit them inside. This is a riskier play because it gives your opponent the chance to shoot you before your traps activate. Step 7 is about editing. Even if you can build well, you'll often make mistakes or panic build. Learning to edit quickly can change building mistakes from death traps to happy little accidents. Fast edits also let you surprise opponents and attack from unexpected angles. That being said, it's most helpful to practice common edits that you'll be using in most build fights. In playground mode, practice rotating ramps, editing out of boxes, through your double reinforced ramps, through walls and pyramids blocking your ramps, and down to the bottom of 1x1s. For each common edit, try to pre-aim your edit before the blue blocks appear. This will make your edits smoother and more consistent with practice. Once you're comfortable with common build patterns and edits, you still need to practice. Before starting a real game, hop into Playground for 10 minutes and practice combining everything you know. Reinforce ramps, edit through floor and pyramid blocks, practice left and right 90s and 180s, practice falling, practice panic building and editing through walls. Build a 1x1 all the way to height cap, edit all the way down, and then edit yourself all the way back up. All these common builds and edits are things you will use in every build fight. By practicing and committing them to muscle memory, you'll build better, win more games, and have more fun. If you enjoyed the video and you're feeling generous, please do all the stuff, click the buttons. If you're an experienced builder, let me know if there's something important that you think I missed. I'd love to learn it and maybe talk about it in my next video. If you'd like to watch me live, I stream on Twitch where I commentate my gameplay, I explain my decision making, and I answer questions from viewers. I also like to give unsolicited workout advice, hence my name, Billy Bicep. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back next week with another video about movement and positioning.